It's backseat drivers time. Good evening and welcome to Backseat Drivers number 10 for 2023. This episode is entitled Dave Never Reads My Titles, so what's the point of making them edition. The creator of that great title, Fudd, joining us tonight.
G'day! How are we all? Maybe I'll get one read out.
Matt's back this week. To be honest, I hadn't even really noticed there was titles there. So
I've been doing them every week, and you keep missing.
F1 on this week.
There is F1 on this week.
Oh, really? Okay, that's new.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Thing? Are we doing that?
Well, get ready, because I think we've got 5 races in 6 weeks.
Ooh.
And then I think it's like 10 over the next 14 weeks.
Party time.
So, but to discuss that and more, we got a special event tonight because the Super Sub's back.
Hello.
We don't need any subbing in, but we just thought, we've got a lot of F1 to talk about because there is actually racing this weekend. So
finally,
get all of us on here together. And, we can actually watch this one normalish kind of time.
That this weekend?
Yeah.
9 p.m.
9
because
p.m.
it's in Azerbaijan.
Wow.
Thanks for that. Thanks for time zones.
Is that how you pronounce it? Bobby, you're our resident ethnic man. So,
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Yep, that's
No, Azerbaijan. Yeah. What are you talking about? Well, it's Turkish, so they speak Turkish, so of course I'm going to pronounce it properly.
I think Bobby's our now expert on F1 days.
Foreign correspondent.
Foreign correspondent.
Just because he's foreign. Well, none of us are really from here, so we're all kind of foreign.
Well, hey, let's not get into that here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Days from the
It's hard. I was born here, so yeah.
I think I was born here as well.
Born in Victoria, Dave. I'm practically ethnic too.
Yeah.
I was born in
Get out.
Hey, I was born in Victoria. Okay.
So racing this weekend, we've been waiting. What, an eternity?
No,
800 days, I think it was.
It feels. I think it's the same distance between Lewis's last win. Well, it's felt like that. I saw a statistic thing the other day, and Lewis now has a bigger gap between Grand Prix victories than what Max has.
Oh wow!
Yep.
So Max's biggest gap between his first and whatever win was 800 days or something, and Lewis's is now at 801. So he's something for the statistics people out there.
There's a lot of them.
Do we have statistic people who watch us?
Maybe.
Have we got anyone who's keeping a spreadsheet for us?
E-Scooter's a secret statistician.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You never know.
Team boss, statistician.
Yeah. Well, he wants to jump on the strategy, so
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Do we have
stats?
Do we have a team strat for tonight?
We've got some
people.
Yeah.
The wheels will fall off sooner or later.
Was it Dave? We got 4 people. We only meant to have 3, or was it?
I put the wrong tire on. Bring it back up here. Leave me up here. I feel taller up here.
So what is it? Celebrity squares.
Yes.
I was going to make a joke that we're all soft and Rob's the hard tire. So Rob can be hard and we're all soft.
He's just excited about the racing this weekend.
I know.
That's why he's going hard.
Just under my desk. That's why I got to stand up there. Yes.
And much like a hard Dave, he's not going to make the whole race.
No.
So in serious sprint weekend. So we've got a new format for the sprint this year because reasons. So for anyone want to fill us in on what it is, or is that my job?
I was just going to say they drive really, really fast, and Max gets the points.
You probably.
Is it
Most
more
likely.
complicated than that?
Well, I
It's a
think
bit more complicated than that.
34 points he can get for this weekend.
Yeah, so he gets to win twice in one weekend now.
Yeah. And qualify on pole twice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because now we have multiple qualifyings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder. Is there any way? I wonder if there's odds on betting for if the grid will be exactly the same for both sprint and the race from two qualifyings.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
Mm.
it'd be funny if it was. But then again, I guess if someone puts it in a wall, that's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Max wins it again.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Well, at least that would make either race interesting.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
True.
So
Although technically, the interesting part is the fact that the type of tyres they have to use for the sprint qualifying is they've changed that around a bit. So basically, first two
Marshmallow? Is it marshmallow
No.
tires?
No, they've got to use them. I think they've got to go. It goes medium, soft. It goes hard, medium, soft throughout the three qualifying sessions.
Booby, I think you meant to call it Rob medium and soft from now on. I think that's it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll rob medium and soft.
Yep. I drank the concrete, all right?
Soft and super soft you can call matte tires.
Matt.
Soft. What I want to know is there going to be any race this year they're actually going to use the C0?
which one's that? Because I always forget which way around it is.
The hardest tyre you can get.
Is that the hardest?
Yes.
Whoa.
C0 has become the hardest tyre.
Yeah.
So super rob.
Because complicate things.
Yes.
They've probably used those for the filming duties.
Probably. And maybe Silverstone they might use it, and that's about it. We've got a really high degradation track coming up sometime soon.
Spa and Suzuki usually use hard tyres because of the high loads there as well.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't know if they'd. To be honest, I lost interest in the tyres after we had the 14 different compounds and the ultra hard and mega soft and yeah.
I love the rainbow. The rainbow
They
was
sound
awesome.
like Power Rangers, Dave.
It was basically.
Yeah. There was too many to try and follow.
Because you had the super hard, the hard, the medium, the soft, the super soft, the super soft, the ultra soft, the hyper soft, and God knows what else there was. And then you had a wet tire and intermediate tire.
Can
So
you
you had
have
the rainbow.
super wet or like wet,
No, they
wet
didn't do
mud?
No,
That
they
would be
just
my
had the-
favorite tire. Wet and
They had the monsoon, but if the conditions needed the monsoon tire, they didn't
The
race
race
because
was
it was
cancelled.
too wet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just pointless.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like Nicholas Latifi. Pointless.
Oh,
Shots fired.
Dave's woken up and chosen violence for tonight. He just
Yes.
does not care about anybody.
No.
Nope.
Lock and load.
I think it's been too long since we had some
No.
races. That's the reason why.
Yeah. Put my auto eyeballs on so I can pretend I'm caring now and do something different.
No, that's creepy.
Oh, yeah.
So are we excited about the sprint weekend or?
I don't care about the sprint. I
yes.
just want to see
Novelty,
racing.
right?
I just want to see
Yeah.
the racing. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm happy to see another race.
Just out of this, so typically now I don't bother watching practice sessions. I'll watch qualifying in the race. But this weekend I probably will watch Friday qualifying, Saturday qualifying, Saturday sprint, Sunday race.
Well, they're qualifying on Friday.
Are you guys, Do you because you guys don't normally watch all of would you religiously watch the practice
replays?
I do.
Yeah.
I'll watch the replay. That's about it. But I won't watch it live.
I usually put the practice on when I'm in the morning sometimes when I'm drinking the coffee just to have something in the background. I don't focus on it, but I just usually have it there in the background while I'm doing other stuff. But I just like seeing cars go around in circles.
Yeah, but it's now you need to pay attention because it's a qualifying session.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's going to be. So Friday's going to be one practice session, qualifying for Sunday. And then Saturday's going to have the sprint qualification and then the sprint race.
Yeah.
So that's how they've changed it up now.
But also, is it just me or does it seem a bit weird? Like we qualify on Friday for Sunday.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday we qualify for Saturday. And what my issue with this is, say at the Grand Prix, the supercars, they'll have 2 qualifying sessions on Thursday, with the first session then relating to the second race, and then the second session relating to Friday's race, and they do something similar on Saturday for Saturday and Sunday's races. So you don't have that flow, you get that disconnect in the middle where you have a qualifying session for another. So you have the Friday qualifying session, you'll be like, hey, Max is on pole or whatever, and then Saturday will happen, and say he crashes into a wall or and then all of a sudden Sunday he's at the front, but you're like, but Saturday happened and he wasn't at the front.
What happens if they do crash in the middle, Dave? Do they have?
They've got time to repair the car. They'll have time to repair the car, but that's about it.
If he gets taken out in the sprint race, let's say George does something uncharacteristic and takes a corner and
that's
takes
dangerous.
Out. Yeah, and does the old crikey, I'll get out my book and crash into someone.
Yeah,
Max's front wings just been destroyed and the front wheels been ripped off. Are they working through the night to fix up the car, or?
Of course,
seems like a risk.
Yeah, well, it's a definite risk. But you do have the curfew thing as well that you would have to break.
Yeah.
If they does this mean they're not allowed to change any setup between the first qualifying and the sprint qualifying?
Yes. So this is another. To me, I don't like this. That you have the free practice on Friday morning, and then you essentially go into Parc Fermé.
Yeah.
In qualifying, and then you're stuck with that. I
feel like it should be qualifying Friday for the sprint, do the sprint, and then in the morning, and then Saturday afternoon do race qualifying.
Yeah, and you get the opportunity to maybe make setup changes and things like that.
Yeah. It makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Having the sprint for them instead of having a practice session,
or potentially with the sprint putting in wild card drivers and things like that.
Yes,
making it
back to TV.
But you could say without you could get back Latifi does a contract. Well, I'm going to drive for Williams in the sprint races next year, and you could have.
Would you have a spare car?
Well, this is then, this is where it starts getting a bit hard with, then people damaging other people's cars and stuff. But I'd nearly prefer it to be, something quite different. Whereas, as you said, they go into Parc Fermé on Friday, which then the setup has to carry over the whole weekend. So, I mean, Max is going to be the fastest, but then it kind of guarantees that whoever's the fastest on Friday is the fastest all weekend.
What about having them all in a spec car of some sort, all in a GT3 or all in a custom built buggy or something?
Car and you just each do a lap each.
Yeah, hot laps. Have one GT3 or something, or a custom built open wheeler that they have to do a hot lap in.
They each have to do a lap in the same car.
I'd prefer to see something like the Celebrity Challenge that we used to have at the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
where they put them in like star in reasonably priced car kind of thing.
Yep.
And it's not an expensive car, but it doesn't matter if someone goes bombing into turn one and overtakes.
They always did.
So back, was it 1979, 1980, they had the BMW Pro Car Challenge, which was
we don't need to do it with like $1 million supercars or anything.
No, just do it all in cheap cars.
Yeah.
Whatever country it is, supply 20 cars, all prepped the same that they have to race against.
And what car would be this week, Rob? I'm just trying to think, what are their...
Who's the closest car manufacturer to there?
Turkey.
Skoda? Skoda?
There's a new electric car that Turkey's just produced.
Bobby loves electric cars. Let's get an electric car.
Isn't that like a 5-second penalty or something?
Basically.
We just laugh for 5 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, nearly got him. Nearly got him sticking his finger up.
Nearly, but you didn't.
No.
Or the other closest would be Romania. So we have Dacias driving around.
I was going to say, should we just
racing
BMWs?
It would have to. Yeah. What do we have in Australia?
It have to be some sort of
Ford Rangers.
Huge.
Yeah. AU Falcons.
AU
Falcon Utes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dacia Sanderos. They can race around in them.
Sure, you could get a car company kind of to sponsor it, but so you don't have the sprint race at every weekend.
Exactly.
No. So
it would have to be split between. It would have to be split between the current car manufacturers, though.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Yeah,
maybe, or it would have to be car manufacturers who aren't on the grid. So it's just going to be Hyundais everywhere.
And Fiat in Italy.
Fiat is Ferrari.
No. But Fiat, they get a Fiat 500 and put everyone in them because they'll all fit.
Just one.
Everyone in one.
Well, they get a bunch of old minis and race old minis around.
Ooh.
Just freight them from country to country.
And some old Golfs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, Mark 1 Golfs.
Yeah.
And then what else you got from... Maybe a E390 Mercedes.
I forgot about the Brabham. The BT62, I think it is.
Okay.
The new Brabham supercar.
The problem is, though, that doesn't fit the kind of cheap and cheerful budget.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's a little expensive.
Unless Rob knows a guy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Mini Coopers. Mini Coopers are probably about the same price as the Brabham supercar now anyway.
The original ones.
Yeah. Might have to be new ones. Get them on car sales.
Yeah. Well, it could be like a Top Gear challenge where they all get $2,000 to spend.
Have to go find themselves a car.
That's part of the race.
We're gonna have to do less races to give them more time to get to a country and find a car.
Exactly.
No, you just do it on the Thursday race weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day, straight out on car sales, look for a car, rocking up in a Ford Capri, roof down. Hope it doesn't rain because the thing's going to leak.
Oh yeah.
Can you see Red Bull mistakenly just turning up with like a supercar and going, we got this for $2,000 off our mate. Old catering Joe. He found this car.
No, Honda did us a deal. Honda did us a deal for an NSX.
Yeah. Got an old NSX.
Yeah. and look, it's even all fixed up and everything with brand new parts, and it cost us $1,500. So technically, we have $500 left for others.
But, since it's Red Bull and it has to be a Honda, it's going to be a CRX on like 20-inch chrome rims.
Spinners. It's going to have spinners, Rob.
Two 15s in the back.
Old six spec.
Yeah. That's if we could get all the old six spec cars out and get them.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah.
I miss those days.
I remember going to auto salon.
I had a car at auto salon and Final Battle.
What year? Which year? I went.
Final Battle was 2002, I think.
Okay.
I
remember going on auto salon, but a lot later, like about 2010 or something.
I got the lanyard still in the garage for
it. Rob strips down memory lane when he was cool.
Yeah,
back when I was cool.
Back when we were 20 years younger.
Well, after the stream, I might go find it and
okay,
I'll send you a photo.
You can bring it back for we can make a new video segment called Rob's Memory Lane when I was younger.
Yeah.
Back when I was a young lad.
All right. So apart from the format, what do you guys think? Should we go for predictions now, or is it too early?
I'm going to be brave. Max and Alonso and wildcard. There we go. I've done it.
Who's the wild card though?
Who's the wild card though?
You know who do I want? I don't think it'll be Ferrari, and I don't want it to be Lewis.
Okay, here's my top three. Max.
Yep.
Alonso.
Oh, picking dangerously here, Booby.
Stroll.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes. So Max, Alonso, and Stroll. I'm going for the Aston Martin. Going for the Aston Martin 2-3.
Oh, the door's open. The door's supposed to be closed. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, look,
a hat collections. Choose a hat.
We'll just put this up so you can see it properly.
all things that are supposed to happen beforehand.
Yes, exactly.
20 minutes in, and Rob's like, "Okay, let me set up my desk."
I was too busy trying to find snacks so I could have some sort of dinner.
So I'm going down kind of the Boogie route, but I'm going to put Albon in instead of Max.
Oh wow!
Albon.
I'm going to have a total failure with the Red Bulls.
Really? Wow!
And
does anyone think McLaren's going to have better cars, or nobody?
No. Yep.
The hell no.
I'm going to go Alonso.
Yep.
Oh
Norris.
wow!
Ooh, wow!
And Yuki.
Hey Rob.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rob, I only say this as a friend. Are you an idiot?
Yes.
I'm just checking in on you, Rob. Is everything okay at home? Like, do you want to talk about something?
No.
It's supposed to have
I'm
upgrades,
special.
I can't say
wait a
Norris
second.
doing anything.
So these predictions, are they for both races or just the sprint? Or are we going the main race
Oh,
only?
fuck me.
And I just realised that now.
I was going for main race.
Yeah.
Same here.
Let's talk about the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sprint, I don't care.
Sprint, Verstappen,
fucking-
Perez, Alonso.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a Red Bull all the way.
Exactly.
Max is the first one to chuck a Perez in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I might actually put Perez first in the sprint, Max second.
Ooh, okay.
Just
Nah.
because
Just
it's his
mix it
turn to win. It's his turn to win this week.
I don't
reckon
think he gets a turn.
Yes, he does. They're swapping here and there.
Yeah.
Lulu.
They're doing it to screw up
Lulu.
Dave and his prophecy.
Lewis.
Guessing.
Okay.
I'm
It's
just
all right,
checking.
Neil.
Dave, you're running low on time for
No, that's
But
all right.
then-
He did dismally in Melbourne, so
Who?
Perez.
Remember, he said by
Yeah.
Spain that he'd be replaced.
Yeah, yeah. There's still plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
What did
Deep
I said
here.
after? All right. What was mine? Mine said after the summer
Summer
break.
break.
So
I do have that in the notes that he's still not racing.
doesn't matter. He's doing Red Bull promotional stuff.
Yeah.
which he loves.
Is he doing Red Bull or just every one of Red Bull's sponsors is just taking turns with him?
Everyone.
Everyone's taking turns. He's promoting his own wine. He's got his Optus deal as well still.
He is everyone's finger puppet.
Exactly.
Jump on LinkedIn. He's on there as well, spruiking that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's gonna start. He's gonna start sending people messages, asking if they're interested in roles soon.
Isn't he what's he at Optus? The chief optimism officer or something?
Something like that.
I think
He's
it's a
very
made-up role.
Yeah, he's
made-up role.
optimistic, Dave, that he's going to get a seat.
Oh, have we lost Dave?
Dave is. Well, look at him.
I'm back.
Okay, so Dave's not here. We can talk about the more important thing, guys.
You're not. Your face is still frozen.
Alonso and Taylor
there you are.
Swift.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
what happened there?
Doesn't matter. It's the perfect time now to ask the important question. We don't care about upgrades, but is Taylor Swift dating Alonso?
No.
Who's
Doesn't want to
keeping
be
Dave
back.
off?
Nah,
Okay.
he's gone.
I think he did himself.
Okay.
There we
Hey,
He's
there
back.
you go. Get back over there. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Matt wants to talk about Alonso and Tay. Yeah.
Yep. You left.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's fine. So it's all Formula One related.
Exactly.
What do you want to say about it?
Basically, the internet's losing its mind.
Oh, yeah. Some of the stuff
I think
I've seen on
supposedly she
YouTube
wrote
is
a
nuts.
song that was inspired by him.
Okay.
What's the song?
I don't know,
that
Dave. I couldn't tell you a Taylor Swift song. It's probably about her and her guitar, an ex-boyfriend, and I don't know.
I was listening to something the other day, and they were talking about because they mentioned this, and they started going through all their ex-boyfriends, and I didn't think someone could have that many ex-boyfriends. And actually call them
How many
boyfriends.
ex-boyfriends have you got, Rob?
7. That's a fine. I'm in my mid-40s.
But how many has Taylor had?
This is like 30 or 40. Like, how long do you have to be with them to be an ex-boyfriend? And I'm like,
I mean, how much time have we got? I mean,
it depends on how you look at relationships, I suppose.
yeah. Because if it's like a night or so, then I've had quite a lot. But if it's over 2 weeks, then very good.
Mr. Big Shot.
yeah, no,
Look at how many boyfriends I've had.
Look at me not being able to keep a relationship.
Yeah, that says to me after 2 days they've had enough.
So wait, why is it taking them 2 days, Rob? Didn't they figure it out in the first?
I was going to say something, but I don't think it's appropriate.
I think we're past that.
Anyway, next subject.
Yes.
So did this all start off because both of them, like Fernando's just broken up with his missus or whatever, and she's just broken up with her partner or something? And someone just tweeted, "Oh, how convenient! They're both single at the same time."
I think,
and then it just kind of
he
snowballed.
played music of hers on TikTok.
Yeah,
something like that.
He did a TikTok and had her music in the background, so obviously they're in a relationship now.
Yeah,
is that how it works?
Apparently,
I mean, Dan Ricciardo has heaps of different artists.
Harry Styles
music on his.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
All right, I'm just going to get Usher up and playing, and then I'm just going to make a TikTok, and that's going to
seal the deal.
That'll be done. You reckon Weird Al Yankovic is single?
No, I don't think he is.
Oh. Back to Usher then.
Yeah.
Let's see what Wikipedia says.
Fact checkers.
So when we ask for F1 results, we'll be nowhere to be found. But if we want to know the relationship status of Weird Al Yankovic, you're all over it.
Definitely.
So what's the answer?
I think if he shows up to the F1, Dave, it's been confirmed. Also, my next question, Dave, which celebrities usually come to
He's
Baku?
married.
Sorry, what was that one, Matt?
Which celebrities come to Baku for the grid walk? Because
I think this one's probably a little bit more limited than a lot of the other ones.
I was going to say this one isn't really your Miami or
they'll be saving them up. Which Miami's the next round, isn't it?
Is it? Did I read that correctly? It is.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
DJ Khaled can't go to Boston.
Wow, basically, there goes F1's sustainability.
Why don't they do celebrity races at Miami?
They'll do one at They'll have to do one at Las Vegas, right? You have to have
You think so?
They don't seem to do them anymore, though. I haven't seen one anywhere.
They stopped them in Melbourne because people just kept crashing into things, didn't they?
That was
basically.
That was a good thing about it.
Yeah, I think the car companies stopped wanting to be involved.
I wonder why.
The cars rolling.
Yeah,
they don't want to see their cars rolling or going into
social responsibility or whatever started kicking in, and it's not a good look to have our cars, barrel rolling down the track.
No.
But that's the
smashing
best
into
thing.
each other.
Who wouldn't want to see Rove McManus just taking out Daryl Summers or Don Burke or whichever other late 90s TV show that I can think of at this point?
Is Australian TV even relevant anymore since now everyone streams everything?
Wait. Is this true, e-scooter? They've got real water?
Yeah.
Is this just a lack of maintenance and it's now flooded?
Who was wearing the T-shirt about climate change is real, and he got Seb wearing.
Seb, saying that the Miami Grand Prix would be underwater in 2050.
So that means
or something.
the reporter who's doing the fake swimming is going to have to learn to swim.
Yep.
Well, it'll be a different result when he dives in this year.
And just breaks his neck because he thinks it's deeper than...
Well.
As soon as they record it and stick it on Instagram, I'll be happy.
And then play some Taylor Swift in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just doing a quick... Florida did have some major rains 2 weeks ago, and the track was underwater, quite literally. I'm just looking at a photo now.
Dave, have you ever seen James Bond where he drives the car into the water and then the wheels lift up and they become a...
He does drive an Aston Martin too.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Alonso for Miami Grand Prix win.
Yes.
I'm just saying, if everyone just did super boats for that race... And also, you can't really crash. You just sort of bump into each other. So the first corner,
you can still crash,
but not as easy. You just ride into each other and just rocky waves. And then you can. I'm just imagining George as a pirate captain. He'd have a hat, and it would say, GR on it, and he'd have an eye patch,
a little notebook.
Oh. No, it'd be paperless, Dave. It's got to be realistic. And he have a little parrot that he'd record all these things.
Tell the parrot.
Yeah. The parrot would become race control, Dave.
Why would you? Yeah. Climate protesters.
Yes.
And
a
Formula E race. That is the most stupid thing ever.
Do you think they got lost and they forgot there was no racing on that weekend?
No. But they're in sustainable cars.
Maybe they were protesting the diesel generators to charge the cars, or maybe some people are just retarded.
A bit of both.
It's everything from column A and column B.
Dave, I think that great ad, por qué nos dos?
Yes.
We also have another race on this weekend.
What?
Yeah.
IndyCar at Barber.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of racing this weekend.
And because of favourable time zones, we should be able to watch both of them before we go to work on Monday. Hooray!
Right. Now we better watch one before you go to bed on Sunday.
Exactly.
So
then I
can
can
wake up. He can wake up and watch the other race.
Yeah, that's it. Rather than making a decision that doesn't go in F1's favour on Monday morning.
Also, tomorrow morning, tomorrow soon.
Is Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday morning.
Friday.
Yeah.
100 days to Indy starts. The documentary about IndyCar.
Is the CW a free-to-air thing, or is it?
I don't know, but
no,
because
it's a paid channel.
Apparently, you need a VPN as well.
That's right. I've got it coming.
Yeah,
hand delivered.
Oh, okay.
So it's already been out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of episodes have already. Oh no, I read that wrong. That's all right. I can't read. Never mind, Rob. I'm about as smart as a protester at a Formula E race.
Good to see we're all.
Speaking of Formula E protesters.
Good to see we're all not on the ball tonight.
Yeah,
we are definitely.
I've got this.
But if it was a competition, Matt's probably dropping at the worst.
Yeah, of course he is.
So it goes without saying, doesn't it?
I'd be disappointed if I wasn't.
Just checking now, but I don't think it's out. I think it's the 27th in the US that it starts. Yeah,
which is today. So probably you're probably right. Yeah. Probably tomorrow.
So tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So something new for me to watch on a Friday.
Nice. Yeah. Well, technically, I have to deal with Mexico, so I'm aware of that time zone difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I don't have to deal with Mexico at all.
No.
No.
I deal with Texas, which is pretty much
close enough.
Yeah. Pretty close. Yeah.
Isn't that Mexico's hat?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Are you going to wear a hat, Matt?
No, not tonight.
Not tonight? No hat tonight?
It's a very hat-free night tonight.
Except for me.
You're the only one that... Hey, Dave, when is the actual Indy race, if I was to watch it live?
What, the Indy 500?
About 4 o'clock on Monday morning, I think.
4 in the morning?
Yeah, they're usually around that kind of...
So you'd watch, Matt, you would watch Monaco, F1, go to have a quick nap, and then wake up for the Indy 500.
Ooh.
I tried to do that last year, and
it failed.
Yeah. I woke up the next morning and watched Indy.
Yeah. And how tired were you for work?
I had the day off.
Oh, lucky.
Take the day off for the 500.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same again this year.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just watch it later.
Yeah. I'd like to actually have I'd like to actually have a day and get people over and watch it with friends and try and get everyone not to watch it and all.
So not us.
Yeah. That's that's the problem though, because it's on at such an awkward time. It's a hard one to say have a viewing party.
Have a viewing party, but have it the next day, and just make sure everyone doesn't watch any news or anything. So
I reckon we could
together.
Although technically we should be able to do Vegas.
Yeah,
we should be able to do a viewing party for Vegas.
I try to have a day to watch the Mexican race with friends. I was going to do tequila for breakfast, but no.
Yeah, I think you said you wanted us all to get drunk before the sun had risen.
Yeah, that's the only way to watch the Mexican race.
Mexico used to be exciting.
Yeah,
because that was one of the few chances that Mercedes were going to be beaten.
Yeah.
Remember in the dark days where you had those few glimmers of hope, like Monaco, Red Bull couldn't qualify in front. Yeah.
But now it's a case of even in Mexico, who's going to beat Red Bull?
Yeah. Only Alonso would be the one that beats him in Azerbaijan.
I would generally like it to see Alonso take the championship, because later on Max and Perez just take each other out, and Alonso just constantly gets second and ends up winning.
So what are we come into the final race? Alonso's ahead by 1 point.
Yep.
And then we need somebody to do a Latifi.
Yeah.
I would love it if Max and Lewis took each other out and Alonso just slowly drives past him, slow enough that he can just look out the side of the window and give like a little wave.
Yeah.
just go across.
Tay playing on the radio.
Yeah.
Boom box.
Yeah, when he gets onto the podium, Taylor's there to give the championship to him. And he'd be like, "We were dating the whole time."
We can only dream.
And then she's secretly written a new album, all based on F1 tracks.
I might listen to that.
I would too. I would.
Just for the sake of it.
I may not enjoy it, but
no.
Yeah.
You would listen to it. You listen to it once at least.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to listen to it ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Frank Tost is leaving Alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha Backmarker.
Well, I mean, this is logical because he's mid-60s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's been running Toro Rosso since its inception in 06.
Okay.
So that's a long time. Yeah.
67 years.
Yeah.
But is it kind of a push?
64.
Oh, end of the year, so it's still a while away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's still got. So that basically, it's a case of it's a farewell tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did hear,
but it's
people,
not an immediate get out or anything like that.
No. I did hear people talking that it may be AlphaTauri being up for sale.
Isn't it on sale?
I heard my tech was going to buy AlphaTauri.
Isn't it like a rug shop that it's always going out of business, and yet it never goes out of business?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's always been for sale if someone came along with the right money.
Price.
Oh, so it's always under offer.
Yeah.
I mean, available.
Exactly.
Yeah. What my fear with it is, though, when Red Bull bought it, Massachusetts basically said, "Yeah, we'll keep it in Faenza, blah blah blah. Like we'll keep it kind of as Minardi." That was part of. Whereas then, depending on who does buy it, it might kind of lose those roots.
Okay.
And it might just get, because there is talk about, even now that Massachusetts has obviously departed, that they might, now that Red Bull will probably run a bit more corporate, that they will try and bring it a lot more, so the two teams are run a lot more sharing and stuff.
Okay.
To try and save, because people will be looking.
So Ferrari, Alfa Romeo style.
Probably a bit more like Ferrari and Haas.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which there would be, you would get like kind of accountants coming in and going, well, how come we're spending money on two Formula One teams? Especially when, which it did make sense when it was Toro Rosso and you were bringing through like Seb and Dan and Max and whatever, and they were all going to the top team. Whereas
at the moment, they've got Perez out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's and that was the junior system kind of. Well, they and realistically, even Albon was a junior, got kicked out, and then they brought him back because they had nobody, and they did the same thing with Brendan Hartley.
Yep.
And now we've got two guys in the car that, I mean, De Vries was a Mercedes junior, and it's looking like Sonoda's never going to be promoted, so there is a bit of that. Well, why doesn't someone else spend money and we'll just poach? guys.
To,
yeah.
Like,
but then also, why have the junior program if then what do you have the guys in like F2? Like, do you have Doohan's not part of it anymore, is he? But, I'm trying to think who they've Dennis Halger.
Dennis Halger's one.
Yeah, like he does really well. Well, do you then satellite him to another team for a couple of years, or do you Vin Antonio Liuzzi him and put him straight into the top team and then go, no, you're shit, and give him the boot after half a year?
Well, the only way it's going to happen is most likely Red Bull probably might, if they do get rid of Toro Rosso, whatever, if they get rid of him, maybe it's to go to Haas. Here's a bit of money, take our junior, race him, and then when he's got some experience in that, then we'll move him up to the top
have him
team.
back, more like a typical.
So
funnily enough, that's what they did with Dan Ricciardo coming in. When 4 seats isn't enough, you buy a 5th one.
Exactly.
But I think that's probably a logical move. Franz is getting towards retirement time, doing it on his own terms.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then another Ferrari reject ends up in the top of somewhere else. No, Laurent Mekies.
Oh, really? Him?
He's going to be taking the job, which he wasn't right at the top of Ferrari, but he was up there somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that'd be interesting. So we just do. Actually, we've got my F2. We've still got my F2 preview to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's do F2 previews.
Let's do F2.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the stinger or not?
Let me just find it. Movies F2 report.
There we go.
Just quickly, who's the little guy in the car?
That's Stroll.
Yeah,
I didn't see it quick enough. I just only.
Do you need to watch it again, Matt?
Yes, I do. Please, I'll pay attention this time.
Movies F2 report.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to watch it 3 or 4 times, but yeah, okay.
Funnily enough, Lance Stroll didn't do F2.
No, because he did Formula Dad. It's important to everything.
Yeah, well, it was F3, but yeah.
It was F3, then it's straight to F1.
I think he did Formula Dollars, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they basically bought the best team for the year and his teammates weren't allowed to beat him. Or so the rumor goes.
Yeah.
So like Red Bull now. We're not allowed to beat Max.
But, Perez thinks that those aren't the rules.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the guys... Okay.
I think a third time's a charm.
Movies F2 report.
Never gets old.
No, I do like that. That's a good one, Dave. That's some of your best work.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the fans happy.
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
I mean, I put a lot of work into these things.
Yep. All 5 minutes of it.
5? What's he doing for the other 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, I gave him a little bit of credit. At least I said it took 5 minutes. But yeah, well, this weekend, I'm just going to go with the 3 ones that I'm thinking. So Pocher should do well in both races. Martin's the F3 champ, should do all right this week as well. I'm hoping for, and probably my third driver was hopefully Doohan actually does something this weekend. So I'm tipping those 3 to be top 3 in both races.
So Doohan hasn't done much this year, has he? Considering
he stuffed up. He's had a few. He was mediocre in Saudi. He was okay in Australia for certain parts. but then in the race he was just absolutely crap in both races. He had that one decent qualifying session, and that is about it. So hopefully, maybe Baku might suit him.
Next week, e-scooter.
Next week, e-scooter. Yes, that's Max is basically saying he got screwed in Melbourne. So we'll see.
So
what happens,
this is round 3 for them, isn't it?
Round 4. We've had races in every single.
Oh, so they've been at every. Wow.
They've been at every track. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this week will be the last. Like they'll race this week, and then we get a week off because they're going to Miami.
Everyone's
going to Miami.
Yeah. What was that, mate?
Do they do sprints or is it just regular racing?
No. So they have the sprint. They have the sprint race on Saturday, and then they have the feature race on the Sunday.
So it's just like Formula One.
For the sprint race, the top 10 qualifies reverse grid for the sprint, and then normal for the feature race.
Yeah.
How's Leclerc's brother, cousin, mate going?
He's 5th in the championship.
There.
He's 5th in the championship at the moment.
So if he finishes, you've got to finish in the top 3 to get your super license points, don't you?
Yeah.
In that one season, yeah.
In that one season, but
how many points
F3 seasons would count as well.
We could potentially have 2 Leclercs racing in a couple of years.
We
Possibly.
could, maybe. So they are brothers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Yeah.
Arthur's the younger brother.
Well, it'd be pretty bad if he was the older one and he's in F2, would he?
Well, you never know.
True.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. When was the last time we had brothers racing?
Was it
Schumacher's?
Yeah. That was too easy,
younger?
that question.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes. Okay.
And shitter.
Actually, no, Dave,
You won a race.
we also had 2 brothers racing. We had Latifi and a witch's hat. I saw it one day on the race. They just put it on the corner, and they both did the same amount of work.
Poor Rob.
Poor Rob.
I
know. F1 Academy is also on.
This is
this
the
week in Austria. The women's.
Okay.
I guess it's replacing Formula W.
No, this is a different to W series, isn't it?
It is different, but this
the same.
Yeah, I think W series is
Same, but
finished.
different.
Maybe. I don't think it's going again.
I thought W series was still going.
Maybe I thought
Or
they
did
ran out of money.
did this kill it?
No, this
It was an interesting thing where the question was where the money was coming from for the W series.
Yeah, maybe it is still going.
Like a lot of those things where they're just heavily funded by Magic. At some point, you need commercial backing for them.
Yeah.
A1 Grand Prix.
Not much on W Series website at the moment. It looks pretty dead. Is
that like that other series that you follow?
E-scooter.
Yeah.
Same schedule.
Yeah.
F1 is at Spielberg in Austria, but no one has been able to find out where they're actually going to televise it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which seems really silly. You'd think that. I would have thought they would have had it at F1 races, so you'd get some.
Is that where you normally do it? Yeah. So people could see it.
Well, something called the F1 Academy.
Yeah, and it's part of F1. You'd think they'd have it there, but no, it's somewhere different. And
do they have a list of drivers that are going to be competing in this academy?
There is. A lot of them are ex
W series.
Yeah. But it's also
who's running it, Rob?
I think the FIA is running it, and the teams are all like.
The managing director is
Susie.
The other Dark Lord of the Mercedes Arts.
Yeah,
Do you reckon she'll yell at race control a lot?
Hopefully. Probably not in her position.
Yeah,
No,
she's running it. She's not. So
okay.
she's happy.
She'll be
Whoever
impartial.
wins.
But all the
Okay.
teams are F2, F3 teams. So Campos, MP, Art, Carlin, and Prema.
Yeah.
And they're
I'm
all
just
got
checking the
3 races
calendar.
each. Yeah.
I'm checking the calendar. So Red Bull Ring this week.
Yep.
Circuit Ricardo Tormo the week after.
Yep.
Then Barcelona.
Yep.
That's 2 weeks after. Then they're going to be in Zandvoort.
Zandvoort in June.
Is that to go with the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona and then
No.
Zandvoort?
Nope.
So they're separate.
They're supporting different. Yep. So
Okay.
at the Red Bull Ring, they're supporting the P9 challenge, whatever that is.
Mhm.
Sounds
when
like
they
some
do the
kind of
first-
tax thing.
Yeah,
I think so.
I've got to fill out my P9 form.
Dave,
Yeah.
P9
Anyway.
sounds like the amount of tax you'll be paying if you do the race here instead of
Yeah.
the usual 30 or 40%.
So with the second race at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo, it is supporting the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series.
Yeah.
Then
Wow.
So the Barcelona one, that's 2 weeks after. That's supporting the Formula Regional European Championships.
These sound like real high-end races, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon
Yeah,
they have
exactly.
sprint challenges in them as well?
Who knows?
Hmm.
Okay. The race, the Zandvoort one is for the Deutsche the Deutsche Touring Car Championship. The
So
DTM.
that's DTM. So that's at least half a.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll have
Then
a
they've got-
crowd there.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
have a crowd. Then there's a race. They're doing Monza as well. That's round 5, and that's supporting the WEC, World Endurance
Okay.
Championship.
Yeah. Which you'll have
Paul
a yeah.
Yep. And then round 6 is Paul Ricard, a standalone event, which I find.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's going to be
And then
definitely
the-
no.
Yeah.
And then the
cameras.
last race is at Circuit of the Americas, and that's actually supporting the F1.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would ship all of that shit to America for one race. That's just fucking dumb. And if you're like, you would do it at like a Miami or Las Vegas or something.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah.
But they're doing it
in
at Coda.
Vegas so people could see it because everyone will be at Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, but it's a bit more spectacular. Like, and because these are essentially F3 cars, aren't they?
F4.
Yeah. F4.
They're F4.
Yeah.
So watching F4 go around Coda, like it's gonna be like that'll be. Granted, Paul Ricard's going to be a hell of a lot worse, but
Exactly.
it's still like it's going to be shit at Coda.
Yeah.
At least,
What about a Monza? How slow are they going to be there?
yeah,
but these ones
it's a bit
different,
smaller and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
The passing of that, but even if there is passing of that at Coda, it's not going to look because it's just it's big.
So they should have had the F1 Academy when the races where F3 isn't. So because F3 is not at every race, they should have had. Fill
in a gap at some of the circuits that, and maybe like I think Hungary doesn't have a lot of support categories.
Yeah,
no, Hungary's got it free.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But maybe look at some of those kind of circuits.
Like for example, they could have actually raced at They could have raced at Zandvoort when the F1s are there because there's no F3 on during that time.
Yeah. That would have been perfect.
Exactly.
And see, some of those tracks do probably lend themselves to like an F4 type of car. Like,
Zandvoort would be perfect for it.
Yeah, Zandvoort, even like a Monaco and A1 ring's probably going to be okay.
Yeah. The F3s are at A1.
Yeah, Red Bull.
Oh, the Red Bull Ring. Yeah, they're there. They're at Monaco.
You're at Monaco.
Hungary.
Yeah, but maybe like
the F3s. We're talking F3s.
Yeah. But maybe shift them around a bit because the F3s aren't going to be too bad Like F2s are generally going to be pretty good racing wherever because they are a faster car.
Yeah.
Some of these, like the slower cars, you probably need a tighter, more old school kind of circuit to have good racing that people are going to watch. And that's part of the problem. If you're like watching them go around Coda is going to be quite boring, probably. So even if you do get a crowd and watch it, they'll be like, well, this is boring. What's the point of watching it?
Yeah.
Whereas if you have them somewhere that's a bit interesting on the F1 support card.
That'd be good at Miami, I reckon. That seems like a better track for them.
Yeah, that's it. And they would be able to pass there. And you'd be like, hey, that race was pretty exciting. Maybe I'll check them out next week.
Yeah.
But also you'd see DJ Khaled, and he'd be watching it too. So,
well, yeah.
Exactly.
And he gets excited about
everything.
You know. Yeah, so...
He would be the perfect hype man if you just told him, here's a bunch of money. We need you to really hype up Formula 3, F1 Academy, and this new class of trolley racing or something.
Yeah.
He'd be the one waving the checkered flag for the trolley racing.
Of course he would be. Of course he would be.
I'd watch it too, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Trolley racing.
Oh, yeah.
No, DJ Khaled telling us about trolley racing.
Yeah. No, well, also, I'd like to see DJ Khaled push one of the trolleys. He'd be the pace car for the first lap to get everyone going.
Lewis would still be there. Tell the pace car to go faster.
and then what I would do, Dave, is I'd let Max overtake some of the cars, but not Lewis, just at the very end. I should be in charge of all of F1. I would make it fantastic. And then I would and then F1 commentators would tell me that I was never invited. I'd be allowed to be invited back to F1 races.
But there is an argument to go back to more like the Bernie era, where you had one person kind of just over a picture making a decision, rather than this committee where unfortunately it's happening all the way through motorsport. Like all the categories along, and then you end up with these shit decisions because you've got too many people getting involved.
Well, I think the thing is, Michael, he made the decision on his own. He did well because the thing is, there would probably have been like 10 other people underneath him also helping him, but no one knows who they are. But they can clearly go to F1 races now and watch it and stuff. And Lewis fans have no idea that there would have been some IT nerd going like, well, if you read the rules and the spec says this, I think we should do this. They would have had like a little, not like a secret committee, but he would have had people reading the rule books and saying like, well, technically they're doing this because of this, and we've done this many laps, go ahead and do it. And he's the one that's the face of Lewis hatred. So basically, just have one person take all the blame. And then, they can all get angry at him. And every year they can just churn out a new one. And the people that are actually behind it, working out why the race is taking so long and people can get angry, they can be the mysterious, 10 statistic nerds that have just read the book and gone, well, I've interpreted it this way.
It was a weird situation because in the past, Charlie had always been behind the scenes kind of thing. And it's just in that recent thing where you had Drive to Survive and social media and all of that, all of a sudden, and Massey was part of the TV telecast where you were getting the radio, rah, rah, rah. So all of a sudden he kind of became a personality that people knew. And now you've got, is it Niels Wittich and
there's two
someone, Freist or something? At the moment, I don't even really know who they are or what they look like because they've been taken, all of that, in your face of them has been taken away again. So even, I'd consider myself a fairly hardcore fan. I don't know really who they are. Whereas all of a sudden you had casual viewers of the sport knowing who Michael Massey was.
But also, but they also had I think you're right. I think it's Drive to Survive. They had a villain at the end of the episode. It was basically you were either in the camp of Max won, everything was correct, Massey did what he's meant to do, or you had that villain who was like, no, he cost the guy that I support, and my life is his my personality is his life, and I'm still holding on to it to this day. But at least people will come back to that.
Yeah, I probably don't think, which is where we've gone now a bit. Like, it was probably very unfair on him that he kind of became, the judge. The reason judges in the olden days wore the wigs was so that they weren't recognised in public, kind of thing. And should the regulator really be known like that in the public?
I think you're right. I think it's more for Drive to Survive, so you can know, instead of just like if the race ended, Dave, and it just said Mr. Bouvan and Fudd have declared that Max is the winner, and no one knew who Bouvy and Fudd were. They just knew them as upper.
If you just had like the race director, blah 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 kind of thing.
Yeah, and no one knew who it was. They would at least they would still be on the internet saying race director, Bouvy ruined the race, but they'd have no idea who it was. But they would still, I think you've sort of personalized it of someone that you can sort of hate. Yeah. Like if you just say the race director ruined the race at the end and ruined it for it, it doesn't give you as much satisfaction, because you can't put a face to it and go, that's the man that ruined my boy Lewis's chances of getting his 8th title.
And now my life is somewhat incomplete.
My life is ruined because
or a particular racing, a particular reporter on Sky F1's life is ruined because of that situation.
Well, I think some people,
some people took it too bad. Some people took it too much to heart. All right, fine. A decision was made.
You and I follow a lot of other sports, and there are people that still hold on to certain things from years ago.
Yes, I know that
should have, the race control should have done this, or this shouldn't have been this, or he wasn't meant to do that.
Or why the hell did he make that decision?
Yeah. And again, you could see who they were, Dave. Like, at least you could point out and be like, he's the one that, it wasn't someone hidden behind a table. I think whoever you pick, though, needs to know that they are going to become essentially a villain for Drive to Survive.
Whoever.
Not for F1.
Yeah, they will.
But I think,
Drive to Survive.
I don't know about you, Dave, but you might know this. Do most F1 fans now don't care? Like real F1 fans, not Drive to Survive fans. I meant.
What about who it is or the decision?
No. I mean, I think I'm thinking most of the people that care that Massey ruined the race are the people that watch Drive to Survive and don't really watch F1. They just watch that the way that it was, the narrative of it, that Massey screwed over Lewis.
From what it's a lot of certain fans, like fans of a certain driver, and a lot of them come from a certain country.
Yes.
Are they actual F1 fans from before, or are they Lewis fans because of Drive to Survive?
Yeah, and I listened to another podcast that people who are lifelong Formula One fans. They are from Great Britain, and they are honestly Lewis fans. And sometimes that does get in the way of it being a good podcast. But they do see it as Massey stole the championship from Lewis, and still bring it up sometimes. And they're they're lifelong. But then it seems.
Tiff Nadell was posting on Twitter about it for months, whinging about it.
Oh, really? Still?
Is that Tiff Nadell?
Yeah.
The poor man's Jeremy Clarkson.
basically.
The store-bought Jeremy Clarkson.
The ex-F1 driver who did 2 races, and I think he didn't qualify for one.
It's the internet meme, Mum, can we have Jeremy Clarkson? We've already got Jeremy Clarkson at home. And then at home, it's a picture of Tiff.
Yes, pretty much.
He's like the GoBot of Transformers.
GoBots, I remember them.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, Dave, that there'd be a lot of
Max did a better job that year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think also they were hyping up too much of the H Championship, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like if this was Lewis's like 5th or 6th and it wasn't record breaking, I think there'd still be angry people, but less angry people.
Yeah.
Like if it was just his 3rd or 4th. If it was his, I think if it was his 1st or his 8th, they would have been super angry. But any in the middle where they sort of didn't matter, maybe the 7th, to equal Mr. Michael.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of them, I don't think would have had any weight to them, and people would be less butthurt about them.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I do want Massey like 30 years from now just to be like, yeah, what? I did it. I don't care. Screw the lot of you.
I think, though, in the position he was in, that he was trying to do the best that he could.
Well, yeah, from what I understand, from everything that I've seen, like from level-headed people, he interpreted it how he thought it was. It's not like they got me and they're like, hey, Matt, we need you to do this race. You've got no experience. Massey's done this many times before. It's not like he was, it was a very high stakes race. I think I think a lot of people would have cracked under the pressure and potentially just gone, I don't know, you both get points. Everyone gets a gold star. You can have a trophy each. Don't get angry at me. But instead, he gave us the greatest F1 meme of we came and we're racing. I mean, I still want him to write a book and just say, "Yeah, I did it. I don't care."
There'll definitely be something coming out later. So there'll definitely be something later. Ooh. I don't think you'll be racing.
How good would that be if Lewis is still racing and Rosberg is
race director? Oh my god!
But no one tells him that, and it's just Lewis. You can speak to the race director, and it'll just be like, "Mr. Race Director," he goes, "Hello, Lewis," and he's like, "Oh crap." It'd just be like Seinfeld.
Hello, Newman.
And it'd just be, and each week you'd just be waiting for him to talk to him. You wouldn't know if you got Rosberg or some other wacky race director. Seb would be a good race director.
But I think he's.
Wasn't there a rumor? He was. I heard some rumor about Seb coming back.
Somebody mentioned it earlier. Apparently,
Red Bull.
He stayed in Selena Gomez, and they go on double dates with Alonso.
There was a rumor going around that he was to replace Masha Smith or Helmut Marko.
Helmut Marko.
Yeah.
I did also see, but I'm not sure if it was a piss take thing about him taking over a role at Ferrari and then a role at the FIA.
Yeah.
As well. Now, I don't know what are just piss take memes or what's genuine these days. But I mean, you could see him doing a role within Red Bull.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially that guiding the junior drivers. And I think he'd be a bit more tactful at it than what Helmut is.
Yes, definitely.
This sledgehammer's a bit more tactful than Helmut Marko.
Yeah.
I have a brick here that I'm just going to piff through a window. That's my level of subtlety.
Which, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
I got one more note in here. Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle, currently leading the drivers' championships at ARCA. What is it?
Menards.
Menards. That's it. Always get it wrong. So he hasn't actually won a race. He's just been again. Yeah, he's back racing. He's wanting to race in NASCAR. This is not far off NASCAR, really.
How far off is it?
About 16 steps below.
Above this is like truck, and then
this is about where Wrexham is, isn't it?
No, this is maybe.
Hey, Wrexham's going up now. They're going to start earning some money. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I think after ARCA, then it goes to the truck series, and then
truck series.
And
what is it? NASCAR Lights or whatever?
Yeah, the
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
Oh, that's what it was.
Then NASCAR, yeah.
He's what's his face owns the Jetta from Fast and the Furious 1.
Yeah, he owned. Yeah, that's Frankie owned that.
He owned it for a bit.
And he also got into hilarious Twitter fights with people who would rip into him, and then he would respond with like, "I'm 20 years old and already retired. You're still living in your mum's basement," and then that was just it. End of discussion.
Yeah.
No, you can. No, there's no penalty for Dave on that one.
No.
We can talk about Wrexham.
Yeah, that's a good
Ryan
show.
Reynolds. It's Ryan Reynolds. You can't bag Ryan Reynolds.
No, it's the guy from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, you're talking about the guy.
It's the Always Sunny guy and other bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, Always Sunny guy and Deadpool.
That's the way I look at it. Yeah. While everyone else is Ryan Reynolds and some other bloke.
Some other bloke.
Can I call it Deadpool and some other guy?
Yeah.
5 seconds for that. That's
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me the
guy from the TV show that no one in Australia has watched apart from Dave.
I watch it.
Matt's watched it.
Watched it.
All of it. Multiple times.
All 24 years of it.
Yep.
Has it been going on for that long?
2005.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I was actually surprised. I looked it up like a year or so ago. And I'm like, I should watch it. I heard things about it. I'm like, still freaking going? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get that money somehow.
Penalty. Oh, boy.
I
can start talking about other sports. I'd rather... if I'm going to do a proper penalty. Dave got the penalty. The wrong person.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Here we go. The proper podcast can start now.
I'm back.
It's ruined. Rob, it was so close. We could have had the perfect podcast.
Uh-oh.
It's got to that time of the night.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Yes.
Now we're in the Brady Bunch mode.
The Brady Bunch.
No, that's not it. There we go.
Everybody wants to see the McLaren model.
I don't know. I don't actually know how to get it back. Oh, no, not like that. Oh. There we go.
That's it.
Anyway, what we got anything else to talk about?
Nothing better for this week.
We've done all our predictions. Max will win.
Predictions.
Yeah.
Then Alonso, and then who cares who gets third? Really, because
they're
just taking in turns.
It's basically.
Are we going to see any hilarious?
Dave's trying to solve one of those puzzles. Dave's trying to solve one of those puzzles. We have to slide the
tiles
Matt,
around. Being Baku, there'll be somebody will crash into the castle section for sure. Castle section.
No one ever does.
What do you mean?
No one ever does. Do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, really?
We'll be calling it, Rob.
All right.
There's gonna be a crash in the castle section, and somebody's gonna run up the back of somebody at the end of the straight.
Excellent. Like Dan did. Like Dan did.
Or if they do what Lewis did and completely run out of brakes.
Brake magic.
Yeah.
Brake magic, yes.
Run out of talent.
I think I got dizzy during that time too.
I need to get my Mercedes hat.
Have you got got the Mercedes hat there.
What is the hat you're wearing?
It was a random purchase. I think it's a motocross hat.
7.
Does it say 7?
Yeah, 7.
I thought it was Canvan or something at first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Caven.
Yeah.
Is it actually a brand name or something?
Yeah, it's some. I don't know what they did. I bought it and I'm like, I saw it. I'm like, oh, I like that. And I turned up and went, I don't really like that.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I'm going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Well, based on their sins.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I just looked up 7 hat. I found a Channel 7 promotional hat.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I need to find a 7 mate hat, actually.
A 7 mate hat.
All right.
I've got a South.
Since we're now just talking about hats, should we call it for the night?
Yeah, probably.
We should have called it ages ago when I started talking.
I don't think everyone wants to hear us talk about hats. They might.
You never know. We have got
maybe
a hat simulator.
Podcast.
Yeah. Maybe we need to have an after show chat and invite everyone in. We'll all be on Discord later.
Rob's hat hour.
I can take you through every one of the hats.
All right.
No, we're here for another hour.
Yeah, let's go. So, Rob, starting from the top, tell me about this hat.
The first one is my Bud beer hat. Then we got a Ricer brand hat.
Have you ever thought about wearing more than one hat, Rob?
We've got my sausage and bread hat.
Nice.
Yuki. Everyone loves Yuki.
Yep.
My Ferrari hat's probably that's probably going to crash later.
It's going to catch fire to all the other hats.
My newest backmarker hat.
McLaren.
Yep.
Nice.
Flat cap.
Yep.
Pride of the fleet. Nicky Latifi.
Your old backmarker hat.
Yeah.
Got a regular car reviews bucket hat. Anyone watches regular car reviews on YouTube?
No, I haven't watched that one.
If you don't watch it, you should watch it. It's fantastic. Best car review channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised none of you watch it.
Too busy thinking about hats, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't really had to buy a car for a while.
Oh, he reviews old cars.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Sorry. Okay, I might have to have a look at them up.
Well, Booby, I haven't had to buy a car for a while, but I still watch Top Gear because I'm not going to be going out to buy a Rimac anytime soon.
Saving for one. Saving for one? That's a lie. Everyone sees how many hats I have.
Yeah, exactly. You're not saving up for it. You're not saving up for a Rimac.
No. I'm going to hack one. My hacker.
Well, hack the hats.
My hacker toy. Still don't know what I'm doing with it.
You'll learn.
Hopefully.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
I think we've done well. We did hats.
Yep.
Did hats.
We covered a bit of everything.
Dave
covered
it off.
Dave's
going on eBay to look up 3 new hosts for cheap.
I was checking out regular car reviews on YouTube.
Oh.
Okay.
Just jump on Fiverr, looking for 3 new hosts for F1.
Fiverr's a bit much, don't you think, Rob? The budget's not that big.
Yeah, is it like 20 center or something? Yeah.
We do this for free.
Yeah. Exactly. It fits within my budget.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, guys.
See you all.
See you, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.